Hi everyone, it's Yua here, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys some new Morphe products that I purchased. And they aren't necessarily new releases, some are but majority aren't. But I finally got my hands on them because I've been wanting to try them out for the longest time. So if you're curious, then please keep watching. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. So to start off guys, I already put on my foundation because I did not pick up, I don't think Morphe has any foundations. I am going to try the Morphe Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge, which I've seen almost everyone use it. I have not used it, so I was very curious, and so I picked this up. I'm gonna go ahead and wet it, and then I'm gonna put on my concealer, so I'll be right back. If you're curious, I did get this little cute like headband. It looks like a crown or tiara. I did purchase it from Target in their dollar section. I believe it was only $1. So here is the Morphe Highlight and Contour Sponge. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, so the Highlight and Contour Beauty Sponge, it has two flat sides and then it comes to a point on one end. So it is similar to the Real Techniques complexion sponge that I always use. The only difference is the Morphe sponge has two flat sides, which I think could be useful if you use one side for like foundation and then the other for concealer. So this sponge does retail for $7. You can find it on Morphe's website, Morphe retail stores, and now it's currently on Ulta's website. So for concealer, I'm going to be using the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade Medium 30. And I'm going to be mixing that with the shade Medium Neutral or Light Neutral 15. I feel like this one's too light and then the Medium 30 is too dark, so I've been actually mixing them. Now first of all, after wetting the sponge is a little bit more firmer than the complexion sponge from Real Techniques. Just as a comparison, like it does have a good bounce to it. I don't think it's too firm, but it is a little bit firmer than the Real Techniques complexion sponge. Go ahead and blend out my concealer. Okay, so just from first impressions, I think it is good. It's just not as soft or as, it just has it's more firm than what I'm used to. I do feel like I am having to like put a little bit more pressure down for it to kind of blend out than what I'm used to, like the Real Techniques complexion sponge, but I think it's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and set the concealer also with the other side of the sponge. I'm gonna set my concealer with my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour. I'm gonna mix the middle banana shade and the pinkier lighter shade. I think it's okay for $7. I don't think it's bad at all. I think I'm just used to the softer one from the Real Techniques complexion sponge, but I don't know guys, for those who do have the sponge, what do you guys think? Do you guys like it? So Morphe launched these, they call it Brontour, which is half a contour and half a bronzer. And so I picked up the shade Vlogger, which is a video and a blogger, so it's called a Vlogger. It's super cute, right? And the packaging is okay. It's nothing too special. What's nice is that it does come with a good size mirror. So with this shade, it comes with, like I said, a contour side and the bronzer. For some reason, the bronzer is the shimmery kind. It's not a matte bronzer, so I don't typically use that, but I think it'll be good for summer, so I'm gonna go ahead and give that a try. So these Brontours do retail for $12. I believe they have a good selection. There's like 4 or 5 choices. I'm gonna use the Royal and Langnickel Multi-Purpose Powder BMD 101 brush for the bronzer side. The bronzer for me looks like it's a little bit shimmery, but I'm just gonna go ahead and try it out and see if it's as shimmery on the face. There you have it for the bronzer. I think it just brings like a nice flush of like warmth to the face. It's not too much, and I actually like it. It's nice. I'm gonna go ahead and use the contour side, which looks like it's the matte shade, And then I'm gonna use the Rotom Link Nickel Contour BMD 120 brush. Then I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M572 flat brush, and I'm gonna pick up the contour and just a little bit, and I'm just going to contour my nose. Alright, so just as my first impressions on this Morphe Brontour in the shade Vlogger, I honestly feel like you can actually just mix the two shades together all around and use it as your bronzer. I don't think that the contour shade is like cool enough, like a cool tone enough to be like a true contour shade. So I just think the contour shade is probably a little bit too warm. I think if you just mix the two shades together to be like an overall bronzer, I think it works really well that way. I'm not saying I don't like the shade. I do like it on my skin tone. It does work well, but I don't think it's a true contour shade. Next, I did pick up the new Blushing Babes Morphe. These are the trio blushes that just were released like what, a couple weeks ago. I know they did come out with also the 8, but there was really nothing that I really liked from that one, because one was really warm with a bunch of pinks and corals, which I love corals, and then the other one was very cool toned with like some purples, and neither of them really like spoke to me. So I picked up the trio and the blush trio in Pop of Coral. So first, I'm gonna try to build it up. So first, I'm gonna go in with Boss, which is the lightest shade in the palette. This one is like a very, very light coral shade. So this shade is very, very light and neutral. I think if you have a very dramatic eye, I think this would go very well with it, depending on if you want something a little bit peachy and corally like this one. I think it's really good. I'm gonna just try to build it up and see if I can get it. Yeah, so it does get a little bit darker if you build it up, and I do like it. I think this is definitely a shade that I would wear on a daily. I'm gonna go in with Fierce, which is the most deepest coral shade in the palette. It also has that shimmery sheen to it. This palette does retail for also $12, the same thing as the Brontour. But honestly, I don't think that it's very pigmented. I think that it's okay for $12. Yeah, so I have the BH Cosmetics, the 10 shadow palettes, like the nude blush one right here. I purchased it for $5. I think it's typically $10, but they always have sales. And honestly, I actually like my BH Cosmetic more, like right now. Like, I think for the price and the pigment that you get, I think the BH Cosmetic one is actually better in my opinion. I think this one's okay if you don't have any blushes in your palette, like in your collection at all. But if you do have some blushes, I think you're gonna kind of be disappointed. I think it's just okay. I don't think that it's anything like wow, you know. All right, and then lastly, I did pick up the Morphe and Bretman collaboration, the Babe in Paradise highlight palette. Retail for $29. If you don't know who Bretman is, he's a fellow YouTuber. He collabed with Morphe and came out with this highlighting palette. So if you're curious, you can find this on Morphe's website and in the retail stores. I don't know how much longer they're gonna have it, because I do believe this is a limited edition because it is a collaboration. So in this collection, it does come with the highlighting palette, and it does come with, it looks like a natural fan brush. With these, I'm gonna go into Vacation, and I'm gonna mix that with Chihu. All right. Pretty. I like it. I feel like it's not too blinding. Maybe it's just because I didn't pick up a lot, or maybe because this brush doesn't pick up that much, and I like it. It has a very nice, even, soft distribution. It's very smooth. I don't see it skipping. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Get Laid right here, and I'm gonna put that on my nose. And then I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Baby Girl again, and I'm gonna put it right at the inner corners of my eyes because I love doing that. And I'm gonna use my Luxie 151 mini flat brush. So baby girl has a hint of pink. That's what it looks like. It's not white. For my last Morphe product is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. I've been so curious about this because look at it, guys. It looks like a hairspray bottle, am I right? So the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray retails for $15. You can find it on Morphe's website, and you can now find it also on Ulta's website. And you know what? I just checked, guys, and the Bretman collaboration highlighting palette is also available now at Ulta's website online. So check it out if you guys are curious. Whoa! So it does have like a light scent to it. It reminds me of like the Tresemme hairspray. It has a very, very light hint of that scent. But what's so unique about this is it's so fine. It doesn't just shoot out. It's really like an actual mist. My only thing with this is can I overuse this? And because I don't see like where it's at, I don't know if it's empty unless I completely use it up. So, but I do like it. It's so fine. So this is the finished look, guys. I just did my hair and I'm loving this look. Honestly, I liked so many of these products. Let me know which products you guys liked. Have you guys also tried any of these products? If you have, then let me know what you guys like. Also, don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.